Wolfie's cheeks, his chest, and his bare knees were bathed by the warmth of the sun as he and Heidi walked next to each other near the back of the line. The morning air smelled fresh, clean, and vibrant. Frank and a few of the boys near the front were cackling and screaming like intoxicated old witches, whispering secrets in each other's ears. Heidi grabbed Wolfgang's hand and pointed with her other hand at the hundreds more bluebells that were growing where they walked. Ding, 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 she whispered to him as her fingers gracefully twirled upward to accentuate the bluebells chiming. He cherished the warm love he felt from Heidi's soft hand and her heart. He felt enamored looking into her beautiful face, and the divine vibrations of the bluebells in his ears, in his tummy, and in his heart captivated him. "They're gonna start shooting!" screamed Frank suddenly, and he began racing furiously down the road. Most of the other kids chased excitedly after him, anxious to see what was happening in the field ahead. Heidi and Wolfgang continued walking normally, still holding hands, watching the others with curiosity. "Tirez!" bellowed a man's voice way off in the distance. Suddenly the air was filled with explosive, deafening sounds of war. Machine guns blasted ferocious long bursts of bullets. Dozens of rifles exploded in furious volleys that blared from all directions. Mortar rounds detonated and viciously pounded the air. Every one of the kids on the road were now screaming at the top of their lungs, running in various directions. 3 tremendous anti-tank cannons near them each fired immense booming blasts towards the edge of the forest, where 8 massive AMX-50 tanks with their engines howling were maneuvering towards this direction. Dense plumes of black diesel exhaust gushed savagely up into the air behind each tank. Thick gray smoke enveloped everything and everybody, reeking of the pungent sulfur-like smell of burning gunpowder and of diesel fumes. Wolfgang's face and body were pounded by monstrous shock waves of air as he stood in place, temporarily immobilized from terror. Then 4 of the enormous tanks simultaneously shot thunderous, ear-piercing blasts directly at Wolfie. Wolfie let out a shrill, penetrating scream and immediately fell face down to a fetal position in the dirt with his arms over his head. Fraulein Adel hurried over to Wolfie, softly stroked his back, and yelled at him in order to be heard over the enormous noise. "Wolfgang, it's all right. They are only shooting blanks. They're just pretending to have a war, just practicing. The explosions are all blanks. You can stand up." She was trying her best to calm and soothe him, but the fact that she was yelling just upset him more. And he had absolutely no idea what blanks were.